So in this video, I'm going to go through 3 of my favourite free mobile video editing apps for your GoPro camera. Now these aren't in particular order of importance or anything like that, but the third and final one that I will talk about is my personal go-to video editing app, so make sure you stick around for that. So I'm over my phone now, and the first app we're going to go and open is GoPro Quick. Now, I've done tutorials on the channel about this app before, and it is GoPro's in-house mobile video editing app. You can see I've just opened it there, and that's a funny picture of my little puppy. It's a very straightforward app to use. It's not my personal favourite, but it does have some really cool features, and it is really good for transferring your footage over from your GoPro camera to the app and then making some cool edits. And Quick also has the ability to make videos for you. So if you don't have any experience and you just want the app to create you a pretty cool little video in literally seconds, you can do that. So there's like no effort on your part whatsoever. And we've got all sorts of different things in here. We can make murals from our videos. We can check out our media library. We can go into the studio and we can make our own movies with highlights. So I'll just show you now. I'll just select a clip, just see what GoPro comes up with. So you can see here it's making a little edit for me. And you can see it's editing to the beat of the music, which is pretty cool. You can remove the watermarks, you can add text, you can add music, you can remove music. There's all sorts of predefined themes, so you can go crazy and really customize your videos. I don't use GoPro Quick too much. I use it every now and again. I use it more for editing on GoPro's 360 camera, the Max. It's a fairly good app. It's a fairly intuitive app. So we'll move on to the second app, which is iMovie. Now iMovie, if you are an Apple user on a desktop or a phone, this translates quite well across to how like all the different functions work on the desktop. So if you're using iMovie on your desktop, I would probably strongly recommend going and checking out iMovie for the Apple phone, because it's very similar. A lot of the functions are very similar and you'll probably get on with it quite easily. Now if we open it up, we've got a couple of different options here. We can create things from scratch, we can use a template, or we can do Magic Movie. So that's similar to what we've just seen on GoPro's Quick app. So it basically edits a video together for you with some music and stuff like that. So it gives you a bit of a jump start, a head start into creating a really cool video. And if we go into Movie, let's just add a couple of random clips. And we'll just see what it looks like on the timeline. And you can see here, it's very, like you can see the timeline. The timeline actually takes up like 3/4 of the screen. So I like that because you can actually see what you're doing, what you're editing. And if you click on a clip, obviously we can trim it. We can adjust the speed of it. We can adjust the sound of it, add text, play around with the color and add some filters in there. We can add more clips. We can add backgrounds, do voiceovers on there. It's quite an intuitive app, should I say. Can we add transitions? Yeah, we can change the transitions, so we can slide to the next clip. So we can do all sorts. It's a really good editing app, this one. Again, I don't really use iMovie too much. I have done in the past, but I have actually got used to using the third and final app that I'm going to be walking through in just a second. If we go into settings as well, we can adjust like the different transitions and whether they want them to fade in and out of black, whether it's got a sound, like a themed soundtrack. So there's plenty to play around with. Now if we go into the third and final app, this is Splice. And Splice is my personal go-to favourite. I've used this for years. I really do like this app. It has a lot of features like the other apps do, and I just find the user experience and the navigation of this app really good. So if we click on one of the projects I've already made to show you. So again, you can see it looks a little bit different. Timeline's a little bit smaller than iMovie, but we can still see the timeline. There's plenty going on. And obviously if we click on one of these clips, we have got a toolbar at the bottom, so we can trim the clips. You can move this around. We can adjust the volume of the clips. We can fade in and out. We can adjust the speed. There's even speed effects, so you can ease in and ease out. It's really, really cool. And it's really simple to use as well. Like, none of this is really hard to do. It's very much like drag and drop or click and it does things kind of thing. We can adjust all these different settings for the color so we can get our video clips exactly how we want them to look, which I quite like. There we go, we can adjust the saturation of things. We can crop it, all sorts of different things like that. Transform it so we can move it around, change the orientation of it. We can mask certain sections of the video, and again I won't go too deep into this, but we can create some really interesting effects with the tools that are inside this app. We can animate it, so we can do a Ken Burns. So Ken Burns is like, where it has a start and end frame. God, this is going to look ridiculous, but I'll show you. Ken Burns zooms in. Literally change the background, change the overlay. There is all sorts going on here. Then obviously we have the text function, which is quite cool. Add captions if you want to automatically generate captions. Audio for voice, sounds, and music. And then we've got these cool effects, which you could probably have quite a lot of fun with. Splice does have a paid option, which I think Quick does as well for their subscription program. So I'm currently subscribed to Splice and I'm paying £62 a year. That's about £5 a month. I feel it's really, really worth it. I just feel that the tools that you get when you pay are a lot more in depth. You can do a lot more customization, which I like to do with my social media videos. And yeah, I feel this has got the best user experience as well. It's fast. You can create videos in minutes like you can with all three apps. But Splice is my go-to favorite for editing videos on my GoPro camera. So I hope this video was useful to you. I don't know which is your favorite app, but they're my favorite free, like go-to free video editing apps for a GoPro. Let me know in the comments if you have any other preferences or if you use a different app. Yeah, I hope this video was useful to you. Consider giving it a like if it was useful, and we will see you in the next video. Take care. All the best.